Yo, what is good, y'all? It's your boy Ty back here with another video. In this video today, we are going to be going over the top 10 small forwards in NBA 2K21. Now, before I go any further, I do want to state that the small forward position is probably the single most strongest position in NBA 2K21 MyTEAM. And I don't even think it's close. Like, going through the small forwards, and just when I go over my honorable mentions that didn't quite make the top 10, you guys are gonna be like, wow, these guys didn't make the top 10. The small forward position is absolutely ridiculous. But before we go any further, if you're already new to the channel and have not yet, please smash the subscribe button as we're on the road to 40,000 subscribers. Starting with some of the guys that didn't quite make the list, kind of on that honorable mention type of thing, we got Giannis Antetokounmpo. Didn't quite make my list. I love Giannis, but I just feel like the lack of his shooting ability hurts him just a little bit. It's more noticeable in comp type settings than anything. But on next gen, I feel like you can definitely make Giannis work, especially if you can green consistently with the card. So Giannis is definitely one of the guys that is on the honorable mention list for me. Another guy is Pink Diamond Elgin Baylor. When you evo him up, he becomes an absolutely elite card. Now, I still run Elgin on my squad, but you know, I gotta think realistically. Elgin just is getting a little bit outdated. Now, I still run him, but most people don't like Elgin as much as me. So realistically, there are some guys better than him. Dominique Wilkins is another guy that's on my honorable mention list. Didn't quite make the top 10, but again, another guy that I personally love and that I'm running just because he is an Idols player. So I actually have him on my squad. But another guy that just couldn't quite make the top 10 cut. More guys in Brandon Ingram. Latrell Sprewell was another guy that a lot of people are high on. Didn't quite make my top 10, but another very, very solid card. And then other than that, let's see if there's anybody else that I want to include. Paul George is the last guy that I'm going to talk about. Another kind of personal preference thing, my Paul George is a little bit better than most people's, but I still run Paul George to this day. So 0 of the guys I listed, I still run on my main squad, but they could not even make the top 10 list for small forwards. Starting my list off at number 10 is a guy that I personally haven't used enough, but a ton of people love this card. And maybe I need to give Glenn Robinson another try. But the thing is, you're going to want one badged out. 6'7", 7'1" wingspan, hot spots from both corners and that top of the key. Small forward, power forward, I would probably run him at the small forward position. 89 3 ball, 90 driving dunk, 86 ball handle, 86 speed ball, 87 speed acceleration, 90 vertical, as well as that 85 lateral quickness. So you just look at his stats. His stats are a mini Zion Williamson, right? He has the same, maybe that's basically what Glenn Robinson is, a mini Zion. Same release. Obviously, his interior is even fine at a 79. And so I feel like I need to use Glenn Robinson again just to get that full effect of him. 5 Hall of Fame badges. I wish he had Hall of Fame Showtime, but the gold Showtime is good enough. You look at his shooting badges, Hall of Fame catch and shoot and corner specialist. Can get range extender. Doesn't have steady shooter. Can get dead eye, flexible release, hot start. Playmaker wise, comes with gold, quick first step. You might want to put bailout, handles for days, or needle threader on him. But even on the defensive end, look at what badges he comes with. Obviously, Intimidator needs upgraded a little bit. You put Interceptor, Heart Crusher on him, and he maybe even Pickpocket, and he becomes very, very complete on the defensive end. Glenn Robinson is a guy that I personally haven't used that much, but there's no doubt about it. Current gen, I don't know exactly what his release is like on next gen, but current gen, his release is incredible. 95 driving dunk tendency, decent enough defensive tendencies. 86 hard foul tendency is kind of concerning. Jump shot 29 on current gen is incredible. Again, I don't know exactly on next gen what he's working with. Same thing with his dribble 6. On current gen, you've got the speed glitch in the game right now, so you can definitely get by with running Diamond Glenn Robinson. Coming in at number 9 is Pink Diamond Connie Hawkins, a guy that I'm super high on, and I'm normally not high on Ascension rewards at all, but this Connie Hawkins is different. 6'8", 7'1" wingspan, hot spots from both corners. Now, I will say I like Connie a little bit better at the power forward position because of his hot spots, but anyways, if you run a pick and roll offense, he's going to be in the corner most of the time anyways. 78 3 ball, 95 driving dunk, 86 ball, 83 speed ball, 89 speed acceleration, 95 vertical, 86 lateral quickness. Now, the thing I like best about Connie is his 86 interior, 86 perimeter. So whether you're on the perimeter or the interior, he's going to be able to defend at a high level. Now, the worst thing about this is he has Hall of Fame Showtimes, but he can't get any Showtime dunks. And if Connie Hawkins could get Showtime dunks, I promise you he would be higher on my list. That's an absolute killer. He can get any shooting badge in the game. So you put catch and shoot, you put hot zone hunter, corner specialist. Honestly, any badge you can get on him, I would put in the shooting probably shooting wise. Defensively, he's just fine, has basically everything he needs, maybe interceptor, but everything else, make sure you put shooting badges on this Connie Hawkins card. It just drives me crazy how you give him the Hall of Fame Showtime and he doesn't have anything to do with it. That's one thing that I just personally don't like at all. But tendency wise, does have that 95 driving dunk tendency, decent enough defensive tendencies, actually not very good, but his jump shot 4 is absolutely incredible. Pro 2 tween, Pro 3 size up. Like, you play him at the power forward position, but he doesn't dribble like a power forward. I love his release. I love the fact that you can badge him out with whatever badges you want in the game. And honestly, I am super high on Pink Diamond Connie Hawkins. Coming in at number 8 here is a card that I'm not super high on, but if you know how to use him, he is very solid. 6'6", 6'9" wingspan, Pink Diamond, possessed Halloween Vince Carter. Hotspots from 4 to 5 places around the arc, not from that right hash, which does hurt his value a little bit. 93 ball, 98 driving dunk, 87 speed ball, 86 ball handle, 93 speed acceleration with a 98 vertical, 89 lateral quickness as well. A 78 interior defense, 85 perimeter defense. The only problem with Vince Carter is he can't get a lot of the defensive badges I wish he could. You look at interceptor, intimidator. Those are badges you want to see on this Vince Carter card. His clamps is silver, can't get upgraded. And you notice it when you put Vince Carter on a guy like Grant Hill, for example. I will attack this Vince Carter every single time on current gen at least. Silver range extender can't get upgraded, but it's fine because he has a Hall of Fame catch and shoot. Comes with, he's a pretty complete card. Comes with Hall of Fame Showtime, everything like that. Tendency wise, 100 driving dunk, 64 on ball steal tendency, pretty good defensive tendencies all the way around. Great release in the Vince Carter release. Dribble sigs are absolutely terrible. You look at the conversion to next gen. Obviously, he has a lot now. The blinders is something on next gen that he's not going to have, which means on current gen doesn't have steady shooter. Current gen it's good, next gen it's bad. So that's just kind of something to always look at. The blinders, or if you do play on next gen, is a badge you're probably going to want. But yeah, he's a pretty complete player. I'm not a huge fan of Vince, but if somebody really knows how to use him, he's a very solid card. Coming in at number 7 is a guy that has one of my favorite releases in the game in Pink Diamond Chris Middleton. Now you can run him at shooting guard, small forward, doesn't really matter. 6'7", 6'10" wingspan, hotspots from everywhere, which is just a massive deal, especially with this Hall of Fame hot zone hunter. 89 at 3 ball, 97 midi, 75 driving dunk, 86 ball handle, 82 speed ball, 84 speed acceleration, as well as that 89 lateral quickness. Now, you might not be blown away by the stats, and that's fine, but look at his shooting badges. Hall of Fame catch and shoot, quarter specialist, green machine, hot zone hunter, Tyler shooter, volume shooter, gold range extender. On next gen, he comes with blinders. So if you play on next gen, this Chris Middleton card is even better. You look at his defense, okay, you got off-ball pass trapper on Hall of Fame, gold clamps, pick dodger, ties defender, and he can get any badge in the game. The big thing about this Chris Middleton is when you fully upgrade him, he's gonna have the 30 gold badges, the 8 Hall of Fame badges, gonna be an absolutely knockdown shooter. You look at the tendencies here, 85 driving dunk tendency, decent enough defensive tendencies. They're not that great, but they're decent enough. Sigs wise, jump shot 56, which is only his release, but let me tell you, that with the upper of Kobe on quick is just absolutely incredible. Normal 2 behind the back. On next gen, I'm telling you, this normal 2 behind the back is just different. It's just different on next gen, a lot better on next gen. And I'm just saying this as just a purely catch and shoot player. I don't know if you're gonna knock down more shots with anybody than Chris Middleton. Coming in at number 6 on my top 10 small forward list is Pink Diamond Andre Iguodala. 6'6", 6'11" wingspan, hotspots from 4 to 5 places around the arc. Just missing one from the top of the key. He has 10 Hall of Fame badges, 23 gold badges. On next gen, same thing. 10 Hall of Famers, 23 gold badges. 86 3 ball, 90 driving dunk, 86 speed ball, 86 ball handle, 91 speed acceleration, as well as that 96 lateral quickness. Now, I've played with a lot of guys, but I will say this. This Andre Iguodala card is one of my favorite on-ball defenders in the game. 95 perimeter defense, is 69 interior, which isn't incredibly high, but when you compare that to a guy we'll see later on in the list, that's not too bad. You look at his defense, Hall of Fame clamps, off-ball pest, pick dodger, tireless defender, and trapper. Those are absolutely incredible Hall of Fame badges. You look at his gold badges, chase down artist, heart crusher, interceptor, intimidator, lightning reflexes, and pogo stick. Look at the badges he doesn't have. The only one I would like him to have is pickpocket, which you can just easily apply to the card. Comes with Hall of Fame downhill, gold, quick first step. Honestly, in the playmaking compartment, you don't even need anything. The only thing that's not to like about this Iggy card is the fact that he can't get range extender. That's the only thing you can't like. He has Hall of Fame catch and shoot clutch shooter, gold hot zone hunter. Like, he is just fine. Hall of Fame Showtime as well. You can't hate this Iggy card. I don't care whether you like him, love him, you just can't hate him. 95 driving dunk, 94 pass interception, 85 on-ball steal, 85 contest shot. Crazy good defensive tendencies, crazy good release, decent enough dribble sigs, guys. I'm telling you this right now. When I get Pink Diamond Iggy, he will probably be in my squad at least somewhere. I'll probably like this card more than most of you guys out there. I've used plenty of cards, guys, that don't have range extender. It's not a need. I promise you it's not. With Hot Zone Hunter, with Hall of Fame catch and shoot, you can shoot from a little bit behind the line. Is it definitely a thing I wish Iggy had? Absolutely. But you can get by without it. Coming in at number 5 is a guy that I've ran for, I don't know, the last month. Whenever he got released, I've ran him since then. Grant Hill, 6'8", 6'11 wingspan. The one thing I don't like about Grant Hill is he only has hot spots from both the corners. 9 Hall of Famers, 28 gold badges with 7 on silver. There's a guy that kind of reminds me of an Andre Iguodala. It's Grant Hill. Grant's got an 83 3 ball, 96 driving dunk, 86 ball under, 91 speed ball, 95 speed acceleration, and 87 perimeter defense, 94 lateral quickness. The 40 interior defense hurts a lot. That as well as that 39 block. Those two ratings hurt him a ton. When you compare him to Andre Iguodala, everything else is basically identical. Iggy has a better block, better interior, but other than that, they are very, very, very similar cards. Grant, looking at his finishing badges, acrobat, contact, finisher, fancy footwork, relentless finisher, showtime, and slither finisher, does come with Hall of Fame corner specialist. Flexible release is a need for this card. Catch and shoot, hot zone hunter, and green machine. The thing is, you will get hot zone hunter, but anything above the break, it's not consistent shooting with Grant Hill. It's just not going to be. He doesn't have a super high 3 ball. Even if you give him range extender, his release isn't great, and so it's just tough. The Hall of Fame corner specialist makes him pretty knocked down from the corners, though. Hall of Fame downhill and that Hall of Fame quick first step is super, super valuable. Just look at the playmaking badges that Grant gets, and just look at his defensive badge as well. Gold clamps, every defensive badge you want, he has on gold. Tendency-wise, Grant does have 100 diving dunk tendency, decent enough defensive tendencies, jump shot 1, which I absolutely hate. Hate his dribble 6 as well. It's really a preference thing whether you prefer 6'8 Grant Hill or 6'6 Andre Iguodala. Coming in at number 4 on my top 10 small forward list is Dr. J. Julius Erving. 6'6", 6'11 wingspan, hotspots from both the left and right hash. 7 Hall of Famers, 19 gold badges. Comes with an 83 3 ball, 95 driving dunk, 86 speed ball, 85 ball handle, 94 speed acceleration, as well as a 98 vertical, 87 lateral quickness as well. You guys may be asking, how is this guy better than Grant Hill? Well, the biggest thing is his release and interior defense. Those are the main things. And even compared to Andre Iguodala, the biggest thing is he can get range extender. He obviously comes with catch and shoot, comes with a lot of the defensive badges. The one thing I will say about him is all 7 of his Hall of Fame badges are in the finishing department, and you can max him out at 31 total badges. So that's why I'm not any higher on Dr. J as compared to a lot of people might have him just a little bit higher. 99 driving dunk tendency, decent enough defensive tendencies, Rudy's release, profile moving behind the back on current gen is very, very solid. It just really, whether it's Iggy, Grant Hill, or Dr. J, you can have them in any order. I just think most people in most of the community would have Dr. J just one step ahead of Andre Iguodala and Grant Hill. Coming in at number 3 on my top 10 small forward list is Pink Diamond Possessed Halloween LeBron James. I was debating whether to put him at number 1 or number 3. That's really kind of where it was at, and I decided to go with number 3, and I'll explain why. LeBron has hotspots from 3 out of 5 places around the arc, including both corners and that left wing. 6'9", 7 foot wingspan, 8 Hall of Famers, 7 gold badges, 30 on silver, 6 on bronze. Now the big thing with LeBron is he can't really get anything upgraded, right? So this base LeBron card is what you're going to get. Obviously, you can put Worm, Rebound Chaser, Box on him, but a lot of his badges are silver, and that's really the main reason I don't go any higher with him. Does have gold Showtime, some good finishing badges, Hall of Fame difficult shots, Hall of Fame dimer, gold quick first step, but he does lack some things as well. Comes with an 86 3 ball, 89 midi, 90 driving dunk, 88 speed ball, 83 ball, and 94 speed acceleration, as well as that 93 lateral quickness. So defensively, he's going to be pretty elite. You look at kind of what he's got on next gen as well, but defensively, he is going to be very, very complete. Look at all the badges he has, a total. Like when you look at this LeBron, he has a total of 51 badges on his base card, which is absolutely incredible. 95 driving dunk, 90 pass interception, 90 contest shot tendency. The killer on current gen is his release, but on next gen, it's incredible. So on next gen, LeBron, this Pink Diamond LeBron might be the best small forward in the game. On current gen, I think he comes in at number 3. Does have the Pro 8 tween, Pro 2 moving behind the back, and that's really the biggest thing. Next gen has an incredible release. Current gen has a release that I tend to struggle with. So on next gen, he probably is the best small forward in the game, but on current gen, he does come in at number 3 on my top 10 small forward list. Coming in at number 2 is a card that I actually struggle with more than I should in Pink Diamond Cam Reddish. And I think a lot of it is because I haven't played with the card enough to get his release down and really get his dribble 6 down. There's a lot to love about this card, but there's also some downsides to Cam Reddish. 6'8", 7-foot wingspan, hotspot from 4 out of 5 places around the arc, 88 3-ball, 90 driving dunk, 86 speed ball, 86 ball handle, 90 speed acceleration, as well as that 88 lateral quickness. Hall of Fame, Showtime, catch and shoot, Tyler, shooter, space creator, stop and go, as well as chase down artist, pick dodger, pogo stick. Ton of gold defensive badges, can really get any badge you want in the game. The big thing that I like about Cam Reddish, shooting wise, I get he's got silver range, but he's got everything else. You're looking at current gen, he doesn't come with steady shooter, but on next gen, if that's all you play, you can put blinders on the card. Playing wise, the one thing I can't stand is the fact that unpluckable is glitched on the auction house. There's no unpluggables in the game and you can't put that on him, and so he does get plucked a lot. So if you're trying to use him as that secondary ball handler, just know he doesn't have unpluckable and can't get it, and that does hurt the card a little bit. But other than that, he is an absolute complete player. 95 driving dunk tendency. His defensive tendencies leave a lot to be desired. Tendency wise, Paul George release, which I've been struggling with Cam Reddish's release. I don't struggle with Paul George, but for whatever reason, I've been struggling with Cam Reddish. On current gen, that Pro 5 moving behind the back is incredible. On next gen, it leaves a little bit to be desired. So on next gen, give me LeBron over Cam Reddish, but on current gen, give me Cam Reddish one step ahead of LeBron James. Coming in at the top of my small forward list is Pink Diamond Kevin Durant. 6'10", 7'4" wingspan, hotspots from 3 out of 5 places around the arc, including the top of the key. Now, you might wonder, do you play him as small forward, do you play him at power forward? He can play either one. For me, he'd probably be the small forward just because of that low interior defense. 93 3-ball, 85 driving dunk, 87 speed ball, 86 ball handle, 90 speed acceleration, as well as that 89 lateral quickness. Let's start with his finishing badges: contact finisher, relentless finisher, and ancillary finisher. You're going to want to make sure you put Showtime on Kevin Durant. That's a must-have badge for this KD because it's Hall of Fame, flexible, green machine, hot start, Tyler shooter, and volume shooter. Range extender is there. Now, the one thing is he does have steady shooters. So, talk about the straight arm king. Kevin Durant is back. Gold downhill quick first step, as well as a ton of other playmaking badges. The bronze unpluckable means more than you guys might know. Defensively, gold hard crusher, intimidator, silver clamps, pogo stick, ties, defender, trapper. Now he does have 5 badge spots, and I would focus strictly here. Give him the interceptor, give him the pick dodger, give him the rebound chasers, give him all of that, because that's where he struggles more than anything. Even chase down artist for KD might be another badge I put on him. And honestly, I would really focus. I would put 5 defensive badges on him before you focus on any other badges. 95 driving dunk tendency, decent enough defensive tendencies. On ball steal tendency isn't that great, but other than that, very good tendencies. KD's release, which is absolutely butter. If you don't like it, I don't know how, because I absolutely love his release. Pro 3 size ups, Pro 2 tween, as well as that Pro 4 moving behind the back. Current gen, next gen, it really doesn't matter for this Kevin Durant. He is going to be very, very solid no matter what. The one thing I will say on next gen, he's going to have blinders, and on current gen, he just doesn't have it. Alright, that is going to wrap it up for my top 10 small forward list. I hope you guys did enjoy it. Comment your thoughts down below. Is there anybody I missed out on? It's just the small forward position is so stacked that there's probably at least 1 or 2 guys that I just wasn't able to include, or maybe I just missed out on somebody. Let me know that down below in the comments. Drop a like on the video. Subscribe if you are new. And as always, man, I love you guys and have a blessed day.